What's up, everyone? This is Lucy and Daniel here. We are taking a closer look at Uncharted 4 that we saw tonight at Sony's E3 press conference. It was very impressive.
So they had a few little technical difficulties before they actually got around to playing it, but it did seem like it was a live demo in that case.
Well, I tell you what, there was so much goodwill in that room by the end of that show that no one cared.
So it happened at PSX as well, but you want to see it playing on a console in real time. I am a man of fortune and must seek my fortune. Obviously, historical kind of dimensions on Uncharted games are always kind of important. So you think they're going to go into some kind of like tomb or a temple here, so it's kind of a bait and switch because they kind of pop out into this kind of bustling market.
Absolutely, and I mean, just you can see the change in the color palette right now. This is a beautiful reveal. Look at that.
It's really good. Like, it's so many NPCs here. And something happens in the distance here.
I think that's Sam's tower.
So Sam is, of course, Nate's brother.
Sam's tower. Come on.
So when I was like watching this early on, I think they might be in South America somewhere. You can hear French being spoken. So I'm wondering if they're in some kind of French-speaking South American or maybe even Caribbean country.
Yep. And as you pointed out, just such a ridiculously huge amount of NPCs.
So
I mean, who all seem to be reacting very authentically to being bumped and shoved aside.
I feel like the whole level is just insanely rich with content. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much stuff in it.
Absolutely.
That it gets blown apart in really cool ways.
So these are Rafe's goons.
Okay.
Rafe being one of the two antagonists in this game.
I do quite like the pineapples and the lemons rolling about.
Absolutely.
You don't get that in enough games, like rollable pineapples.
Yeah. There should be more rollable pineapples.
That's what Uncharted brings as a console exclusive. That's the power of the PlayStation 4. So this bit with this kind of, I don't know what you call it, like a riot truck with this turret on top, it really reminds me of that sequence in Uncharted 4 where the tank keeps chasing you through the village.
Oh, in Uncharted 3.
Is it?
Oh.
Where you're kind of like, it's just constantly pursuing you, so no matter where he goes, it's always bursting through walls, so you can't quite get away from it.
I just really like, I mean, look at this destruction. This is really taking environmental destruction to a new limit.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you're seeing chunks coming out of that concrete, those pillars, I mean, that's outrageous.
And I know, like, we've come to expect it from Naughty Dog, like, this is such a kind of authored environment. There's like, you went through like a butcher's shop, and like a fruit and veg.
That is an amazing move. That is an amazing move. Let's go back to that.
Let's spend the next 10 minutes just doing
Let's
this.
just watch it in a GIF. That is so good.
And that's why he is exceptionally cool. This bit is very cool. I realise I'm not providing much insight or analysis if I keep saying that's very cool, but I think this is the part of this trailer. This is what this trailer is about. It's just going, yes, Uncharted is very spectacular.
What I also really liked about this demonstration is so often in Uncharted you can sort of feel like you're being led by the nose a little bit, but in this demo they've sort of made it feel very authentic, as if, oh, I'm just going to run up these stairs and I could have gone left, but instead I choose to run up these stairs. And it really lends this sense to a far more open world.
Definitely. Well, I think more and more, like, I think early on it feels like a very typical Uncharted level. You're going through this market, even though it seems open, there's a definite path for you to follow. But this stuff's crazy. This, when they drive all the way down the tower, it's almost like, is this actually slightly open world? Obviously not truly open world, but is there multiple options?
Well, that's it. I mean, that's the thing. It's really hard to tell from this demo exactly how scripted this game is, because obviously, I mean, look at that. Clearly, that truck came out just at the right cinematic moment. But, I mean, what if he'd gone left?
This is bonkers,
right?
And this is bonkers, because when I first watched this, I was writing notes when watching the live stream. And I assumed it was silly driving, and that's the way that they're kind of fudging it. It's like you have the AI character steering you through this landscape. But it's not. It's Nate driving. And if you look, there's beautiful details. Like, if you look closely, he changes gear. Don't need to make him change gear, but it's really impressive. So you're controlling the car, which I've done before in Uncharted game?
I can't, I couldn't say off the top of my head, but certainly I haven't controlled a car in Uncharted quite like this.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, just the ridiculous amount. Look at this. This is what I want to do in an Uncharted game. Is I want to just plow through things, causing as much destruction as I possibly can, and be totally fine on the other side.
Because like this kind of reminds me of the demo we saw of Uncharted PlayStation experience was kind of again a little bit more of an open map where Nate could kind of take people out in a kind of his own, like in a different order, and it still look really cool. And I feel like this is almost going, yes, maybe there's not just one option of doing this level in a cool way. Maybe we'll give you 5. It's still controlled, but there's a little bit of latitude.
Yeah, and I think I think one of the other, you're absolutely right, and I think one of the other really interesting things about this demo is that you can't necessarily tell. I mean, I've watched this demo like a few times now, and you can't necessarily tell the pathway.
No.
And I think in the first, you know, in the trio of first Uncharted games, you really could. It was very much, you were led by the nose, you could really tell where you were meant to go, the camera panned to exactly the right spot. But in this demo, it doesn't look like that at all. And I wonder, I mean, God knows if this is what it's going to be like in the final game, but certainly it's really impressive.
I also love the little visual cues, like, there's obviously great spoke one-liners, Sully's pointing, telling you where to go.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the subtle visual clue that you go because you've got a real character telling you what to do.
Absolutely. So there's Sam on the motorbike.
Damned if I know. Just keep following that convoy.
It's so amazing because we're actually down where we can see from the beginning of the demo.
Yeah.
Near Santa Tower.
I mean, I wonder how disorientating this can get. I'm just imagining myself behind the wheel right now.
Is there a fail state here? You can tell it, 'cause, like, if you just drove off, like, it's very Uncharted, like, Uncharted thing to do, saying, like, your target got away, but...
that can really be the only fail state, right?
Yeah, look at this, it's like the reflection of the walls.
This was my favorite bit coming up. I mean, this is incredible. On the big screen, the crowd couldn't believe it. Oh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, let's just watch that again.
Oh. What's he doing? It's too good.
And again, it's just one of those instances of that Uncharted does so well, of making something that looks really that's scripted essentially, but just making it look so incredibly authentic.
Well, because I think they inject it with so much character, it doesn't feel like a carbon copy.
No,
and
not at all.
that's why you kind of cheat and get around that problem.
Yeah.
It's too good.
Anyway, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Dan, for all things on Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Stick with IGN.